London, September 1940.
Hello, America. This is Edward Murrow speaking from London. There were more German planes over the coast of Britain today than at any time since the war began.
Adolf Hitler was determined to crush the last stronghold in Europe against Nazi Germany. His strategy: bomb England cities and people. During the autumn of 1940, German bombers attacked London night after night for 76 consecutive nights. It came to be known as the Blitz.
"20 acres of London was on fire." It's quite a thought, isn't it? A lot of people were killed, a lot of civilians were killed. Because the Germans were determined to bring us to our knees, you see, at all costs.
By the night of September the 14th, when my daughter was born, the docks were alight, London was ablaze. And in fact, the midwife opened the curtains because we got more bright light from London burning than we got from the electric light in the middle of the room.
Throughout England, 43,000 people died. But the British never gave in. In the Second World War of this century, 50 million people would die, nearly half of them civilians. They would die not because they lived near military targets, but because they were the target. In the First World War, in violation of a long-established principle of civilized combat, Allied blockades of German ports and sporadic German bombing of Paris and London had extended the battlefront to the home front. But civilian casualties were limited. In the Second World War, the distinction between soldiers and civilians would collapse. Now anyone who contributed to the enemy's war-making capacity would be vulnerable, and entire populations would be deliberately targeted because of their race and their religion. This was total war, made more lethal by the advance of technological power and pursued ultimately by forces on both sides.